What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You'll return to subscribe as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I got something I think you guys might be interested in. I seen this last night, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Now, we all know about the situation that happened out there in New Britain, Connecticut, involving this young lady right here. Shout out New Britain, by the way. This young lady you see is 12-year-old Jacqueline Torres. And this young lady suffered a fate that a lot of children that are abused in the home face. Sometimes imminent death. Ladies and gentlemen, this little girl right here that you see has been dead, according to reports, over a year, put in a storage bin and stored in the family's home until they moved away and went and took her with them and then dropped her off at an abandoned house on their way from one city to another, where she was found this week by police after an anonymous phone call. As sad and sick as this story is, we've been covering it. The mom, the aunt, and the boyfriend, pictured here, all three of these animals, went before a judge yesterday. Some of them cried. Some of them sat there and looked, well, all of them sat there and looked stupid. But, you know, they all were given different bonds and they're presently locked up. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the backgrounds of these people and how this whole thing was a recipe for disaster. And there were other children in the house that seemed to be unharmed, but for some reason, 12-year-old Jacqueline was the one that didn't make it out alive. Take a look at this story. I'll come back with commentary as always.
Story at 11, new details on the gruesome murder of that little girl from New Britain, whose remains were found hidden behind an abandoned home. Today, one by one, all three suspects faced a judge. The victim's own mother charged with murder. Her aunt and the mother's boyfriend also stand accused. But many questions remain about what happened to the victim. Your reporter, Amanda Callahan, is live in New Britain tonight, piecing together what we know. Amanda.
Aaron, not only are New Britain police and Farmington police investigating this murder, but also DCF is involved and the state's Office of the Child Advocate. Now we know that Jacqueline was enrolled as a homeschool student, and tonight we're digging deeper into the months leading up to her death. A shocking discovery at an abandoned New Britain property last week unraveled a death investigation of a young girl. Police say 12-year-old Jacqueline Torres Garcia was a victim of prolonged abuse, malnourishment, and neglect prior to her death, which they believe happened in the fall of 2024. But Jacqueline's remains were only just discovered last week in a plastic container. We're learning more about the timeline of when Jacqueline disappeared. No missing persons report was ever filed, and according to the Consolidated School District of New Britain, she was last seen in a classroom in the 2023-2024 school year. The district confirmed that Jacqueline Torres Garcia attended kindergarten through 5th grade in New Britain. On August 26, 2024, which would have been Jacqueline's first day of 6th grade, her mother, Carla Garcia, filed an official notification of withdrawal out of New Britain School District form, stating that the student's new address would be in Farmington. Jacqueline's mother, Carla Garcia, and mother's boyfriend, Jonathan Nanita, are charged with her murder. And Carla's sister, Jacqueline Garcia, charged with intentional cruelty. A judge ordered all three to have no contact with one another, along with 4 unidentified minors. We know from court paperwork both sisters have other young children. Meanwhile, Nanita appeared in court visibly bruised and injured.
He's unemployed, he's homeless right now, he generally does warehouse work. He has no means to make any kind of a bond.
New Britain police arrested him last night in Waterbury after police say he attempted to speed away from officers in a stolen car. They say he crashed and ended up in a struggle with officers who were attempting to take him into custody. The 30-year-old was evaluated by medics on the scene before he was taken to New Britain PD, then Farmington police. All three suspects are due back in court on November 14th. The bond was set at $5 million each for Carla and Nanita, $1 million for Jacqueline. All three arrest warrants have been sealed for at least 2 weeks. Your reporter live in New Britain, Amanda Callahan, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Team is digging deeper into the past of the 3 people charged in the abuse and murder of Jacqueline Torres Garcia.
We've learned that they've all been in court before and found out the young girl's aunt just got out of prison months ago after she was found guilty of child abuse. Your chief investigative reporter Sam Smink joins us now with everything she uncovered today. Sam.
The case surrounding Jacqueline Torres Garcia raises so many questions. There are concerns her own family outside of those arrested and state systems may have failed her. What we do know from police is that the 12-year-old appeared to be living with her mother and aunt months before her aunt went to prison. This is Jacqueline Garcia, the aunt of Jacqueline Torres Garcia. Police say she helped Torres Garcia's mother physically abuse and neglect the 12-year-old prior to her death. Jacqueline Garcia is no stranger to the law. In 2022, police started investigating Garcia after she brought her then 11-month-old to the hospital for a broken leg. Doctors found multiple bruises and fractures on various body parts, some of which they say likely occurred when the baby was just 2 to 4 weeks old. Jacqueline told police her 2-year-old son or victim's cousins sometimes play rough with victim, but she has never seen any of them hurt victim. She denied hurting the child, saying the child fell off the bed. The baby's father told police Jacqueline often spent the day with the baby at her sister's and would call him to pick her up because she was drunk. In December of 2024, Jacqueline was sentenced to 10 years in jail, but that sentence was suspended and she was only ordered to serve 18 months in prison. She served 8.5 months and got out in August of 2025. She was on probation at the time of her arrest. Torres Garcia's mother, Carla Garcia, was convicted of assault in 2019, though records do not show who she is accused of assaulting. She was sentenced to probation for 2 years. Her probation ended in 2021. Carla Garcia was arrested in July of 2025 for driving without a license or registration. That case is pending. Carla Garcia's boyfriend, Jonathan Nanita, also has a criminal history. He was sentenced to less than a year in jail after pleading guilty in 2022 to reckless endangerment and interfering with an officer. We know from police and the mayor that DCF had been involved with the families, but we don't know when they first became involved. When we asked that question, a spokesperson said, "We're conducting a review of our involvement with the family. As our statement indicates, due to the ongoing criminal investigation, we've disclosed everything we can at this time." The Office of the Child Advocate says they will also investigate. In response to questions about Jacqueline being homeschooled, Interim Child Advocate Christina Guillo said it is too early to draw conclusions, but added, "We know from previous investigations that some parents use Connecticut's complete lack of oversight of homeschooled children to withdraw their children from school, isolate them, shield themselves from reports to our child welfare agency, and neglect or abuse their children." The I-Team looked into it and told you months ago that Connecticut currently has no regulations for homeschooling. The Child Advocate says this is a known policy issue that the state needs to address, where homeschooling advocates say it's the fault of DCF and other state systems. We will continue to follow developments in the story. Your chief investigative reporter, Sam Smink, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Okay, guys, that's the background of these fucktards right here. 3 people, presumably at the age of adults, with the minds of devilish children. Now, before I get in this, I want to show you something. Look at their faces. Look close. Now, besides the ex-boyfriend, yeah, he's an ex now, with all that marks on his face from getting his ass beat in the street prior to his arrest. Look at these people. These are women. Their faces look rough. They live hard. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at the little girl up there. She's young. Had the rest of her life ahead of her. She didn't pick this woman to be her mother. What's this lady's name? Carla Garcia. The fat one. Didn't pick her to be the mom. But that's the hand she was dealt. And she never had a chance. See, this is what happens when women follow men that can't lead. This is also what happens when men get involved with women, with children, and the man does not know himself. And when I say know himself, he doesn't know his meaning. He doesn't know his why. He doesn't know the meaning of his very existence. So it's easy for him to kill and destroy others because he doesn't value life. This guy's homeless. We talked about this the other day when all the information came out. He was living with them. They was all in the house. They saying he killed her. The mom killed her too. And the aunt participated in the torture and all this stuff of this little girl. I want you to think about this. Aunt been to prison. Mom been locked up for assault. 2 violent family members in charge of raising a child the right way. Then you got a dude that comes in. His charge is he was in a car chase or something. So you got two people that are violent, with violent past, and you got one dude that can't follow instructions and has no regard for the law. What you think would happen to this little girl? Sometimes kids are put in position and they're really nice children. I want you to hear me. But they're just in chaotic households and they become the poster child for aggression because they just there. This might have been one of them cases. These motherfuckers are not adults. They're delinquent, demonic children. All of them. And it ain't my fault or any of you fault out there that these people had access to this child. But I will tell you this. The fucking justice system's a joke. The aunt's supposed to be in prison. Sentenced to 10 years. Only served, what, 7 or 8, they said. Let her out. Mom was supposed to be on probation. Got off probation. Gotten some other shit. This dude right here, the shit he did, somehow, right time and space, brought them together. And now this little girl's dead. They sitting up in court. The women, naturally, they crying. Because they got to face the shame and the humiliation. I don't know why they humiliated. Because you knew exactly what y'all was doing. How you have two females of the species and can't even show any type of caring or anything to your own damn kid or kin or relative. You think about that. They took this girl and put her in the car. Decomposed body, put her in the car in a storage bin and then drove around with her looking for a place to drop them off as they drive off to new beginnings. How cruel is that? Shit is bullshit. They need to take all 3 of them outside and fillet them like fish. No matter what, this little girl will never get justice according to the justice system, the way they'll handle them. They'll most likely get deals because the justice system will spend money on people, you know, on a dead kid. They'll act like they care. They'll come to the public. This is a sad thing, this and that. Yeah, but the punishment handed out, putting them on permanent timeout, means nothing. It doesn't. People do cruel things because they know nothing cruel is going to happen to them. The cruelest thing they'll face is just being put somewhere and being locked up where taxpayers in the state take care of them and make money off of their stupid asses. Shit ain't right. You change the punishment, like I said, you'll damn sure change the people. And they need to start bringing back a lot of shit where people don't want to be caught up in that stuff. People that think twice before they give death blows to children and other people out here that they victimize. And that's real. This is heartbreaking. I'm going to leave it at that, man. I mean, damn, we don't know what she could have been. Same thing with the little boy I did a story on earlier today. You know what I'm saying? 6-month-old, killed by his father. Thrown outside in the front part of the house in the woods. Left to the elements and animals. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. May Jacqueline Torres rest in eternal peace. Like I said before, it's rough, man. Judges letting these people out. I'll cut you a break. And what do they do with the break they was cut? They go and break somebody else. You had a woman, which is the aunt, a known child abuser in the house with your child. And now your child's dead because your sister and you was just alike. She hurt her baby, but you killed yours. Or you sat there and helped a man that ain't got no blood in the game or ethereal tie to your baby. You help him eviscerate your child. So you yourself must go. One at a time, all 3 of them start from in front of the line. I'd sit them on a bench and give them the juice. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.